hollering and shooting. It's teenagers who've been hollering. Kill the lights.
Then I woke up to a truck driving nearby, and they shot my truck. They legitimately shot the windows on my truck. So these are my windows. This is insane.
Camping is supposed to be an escape into nature, a chance to unwind beneath the stars. But for these campers, it became something far more terrifying. Tonight, we're diving into 6 of the most disturbing camping encounters ever caught on camera. These moments will make even the bravest of campers question their next trip. In January 2021, 2 experienced outdoorsmen, Arnold and his friend, ventured into the snow-covered woods of Oregon for a winter camping trip. But instead of a peaceful escape, they found themselves in the middle of something terrifying.
Slightly. It's getting a wee more snowy. It's not too cold though. Could be worse. Yep. More chilly than what we're usually up in. Oh yeah. For sure. This is freaking beautiful out here though. Searching for a spot. There's people up here.
That was a spot there that had a fire pit.
Yeah, that's the one we said.
It's kind of too close, yeah.
Too close to this guy because he's right up here.
Yeah.
So we'll see if, when we passed, he was just sitting there. So we'll see if he's setting up camp or if he left.
Yeah.
That's the big if.
And if he left, that's home sweet home for the night, most likely.
And if he stayed, then there's another spot back down towards China.
Yeah.
We're going to stay at, because I feel that's far enough away to feel safe. For me.
Yeah.
Still trying to find a spot. We found another little off-road, offshoot road.
After hours of driving through the forest, they found the perfect secluded spot. Fresh snow, no tracks, no sign of life. They set up camp, lit a fire, and sat back, enjoying the crackling warmth. But that silence was short-lived.
Yeah, there has been absolutely nobody up here.
That's our tracks.
Yep, we got our tracks there. And then this whole other way over here, there is no tracks at all where anybody's been up here since at least the last snowfall. So I think this is going to be our home for at least tonight.
Yeah.
And we can see what the hell it looks like tomorrow when we get up. But yeah, so we'll be back when we get some lights on and we can see what the hell we're doing.
So that's roughly where we are. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? A gunshot?
Gunshot or a vehicle? Vehicle. Or Bigfoot's fucking screaming. Clear as day, dude. Sound like a vehicle on a gravel road.
I caught it on the camera.
Hopefully that was freaky sounding.
Ears up, yeah.
Twice, loud as hell.
Almost sound like gunshots.
It did almost sound like gunshots echoing. But there's lots of people out here.
Definitely a gunshot.
Close.
Out of nowhere, gunshots. At first distant, but quickly growing louder and closer. Then, voices. Not friendly chatter, but something else. Something unsettling. As if the shooters knew someone was there.
Just seemed too snappy. It was really close though. Like,
Yeah, normally I would answer.
yeah,
We're nice and peaceful here.
with those freaks earlier.
Yeah, I don't like those freaks, man.
It really sounds like it's coming from that way. I'm gonna turn my head.
I'm not gonna shoot unless I show you.
1022.
Hang on.
I feel like we should at least once. Just one shot. So they can't pinpoint us, but they know we're here.
Let's turn that off.
Yeah, go. Yeah. You want to
You
get
got
it?
You can do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a vehicle, man. They're right fucking there, dude.
I like driving around
hollering and shooting. It's teenagers hooting and hollering. Kill the lights. They might shoot at us. Kill it and get low. For real. Fire. Where's? It's like, fire, don't fire. God dang, right there. No. I'm pretty sure he said fire. The one dude said where, and then he said, God dang, right there.
Yeah,
pointing towards
like
our
a
fire.
Yeah.
Like they saw our fire.
Concerned, the men turned off all their lights, except for the fire and a single tent light. But the gunfire didn't stop. Clutching their weapons, they killed the last light, sitting in tense silence. Eventually, the shots ceased. Whoever it was, they were gone. But the fear lingered.
That's freaky, man. If someone was out here sleeping or whatever, man, it's 11:30 at night.
Yeah. Fucking assholes.
They stayed the rest of the night, on edge, alert. No one was hurt. But with bullets flying that close in the dead of night, it could have ended very differently. In May 2021, James was out in the remote desert, returning to a hand-built shelter he had camped in several times before. This was supposed to be just another night under the stars, but it turned into something far more sinister.
What's up, everyone? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me, and I am out here in beautiful West Texas, my usual stomping grounds, because I'm going to be spending the night in my primitive shelter. So for those of you who are not caught up, a couple months back, I want to say about 2 months ago, possibly 3 months ago, I filmed a video where I made a primitive shelter solely out of desert materials like yucca stalks, creosote, rocks, dead grass, so on and so forth. Okay, folks, so here is my camp. As you can tell, there's been a lot of winds. That's something a lot of people don't realize, but out in the open desert, we get some 30-mile-an-hour winds sometimes. And of course, the shelter is going to need to constantly be updated and, renovated, right? Like any home. Luckily, at first when I got here, I was sweating buckets. But look, check it out. It's starting to get nice and gloomy, so we may see a little bit of rain later. That'd be nice.
As the sun began to set, James worked on reinforcing his shelter, hoping it would hold up against the incoming storm clouds. With wind and rain rolling in, he feared flooding. But luckily, the weather passed without incident.
Some storm clouds all around me. Well, here comes the storm. The winds are really strong. I can feel some raindrops, so it's only a matter of time. Luckily, I did finish my shelter. Once again, not the greatest, but I got the bedding in there. I managed to make the door somewhat improved over earlier, and the thatching is done, so worst comes to worst, I'll just hunker down in there. Well, the winds have passed, the rain has passed, there's slight drizzle, but nothing too serious. I should have known than to, get excited about desert rain.
He cooked up some ramen by the fire and settled in for the night. But sometime after midnight, his peaceful campout was shattered.
In the morning, I'll wake up and I'll make some coffee, and that's about it for me. So, have a good night, everyone. Okay, folks, so change of plans. I was asleep for 2 hours, then I woke up to a truck driving nearby, and they shot my truck. They legitimately shot the windows on my truck. People I don't know. This is crazy. Look, these are my windows. This is insane. Once again, I have no clue who these people are. They're just drunks. I could hear the loud music, that's what woke me up. And sure enough, so I I'm guessing this trip is over. Oh man, what a mess.
James was jolted awake by the sound of a truck blasting music as it sped through the dark desert. And then, gunshots. He rushed outside to find his truck had been shot at. Windows shattered, glass everywhere. He stood there in disbelief, heart racing, wondering why someone would do this and what might have happened if they'd known he was there.
So my evening turned out to be very different from what I was expecting, as you can imagine. I drove home. I did stop on the way back. I did stop to speak to Horizon Police Department. Unfortunately, I did not have a description of the vehicle. I mean, keep in mind, guys, I'm half asleep. It was like the only light was moonlight at the time. So they took off by the time I got to my vehicle. But, man, I cannot believe it. I don't even know these people, you know? I'm not involved in any gang activity or anything like that, so... What a mess, man. So, here's my windows. Here's my truck right now. Man, that sucks. Just completely random. I don't know these people. I'm just sleeping in my little shelter. Man, I'm gonna need a beer after this one.
Not taking any chances, James packed up and drove to town to report it to the police. He made it out alive, but his truck didn't. And whoever pulled that trigger is still out there. Vicky and her friend set out for a peaceful wild camp in the Welsh mountains, dogs in tow, gear packed, and no idea that their trip would end in destruction. They parked where others had before, confident it was safe, and began a scenic but challenging hike to a remote campsite.
Here's where we're leaving the car. Here's where we're going. So we think we found quite a little quiet lake spot for tonight. It's near Llanogwan and that little busy area. And yeah, so hopefully think I've been quite clever in where we've parked and how we found it. And thinking we're going to be fairly alone tonight. So that's always good in Snowdonia in September. Oh my god, that feels so nice to take the bag off. Okay, the dogs can have a little bit of freedom because we've been through a million gates and there is a wall over here, fence. All the cows and the sheep are being kept over there. So one place is right here, we can put it. Or we're just going to check just up here as well. And triple, quadruple checked about the animal situation and no animals can get in here, they're all fenced out. So it's good.
As night fell, they found the perfect spot, tucked into the hills, and settled in. The next morning brought rain and a sense of unease.
We have been greeted with these sheep everywhere.
So the sheep are now making their way around the lake in an orderly fashion.
From our little lakeside hideaway, it's a rainy one this morning. We've had clouds rolling in from that way, and it's been quite nice. But the raincoats have come out for the first time. How's it feel?
Yeah.
Bringing them out again. Yeah, the sheep are like chilling just over there. They're all up beside this mountain. The farmer came and let them in at sunset last night. Right, so all the final checks done. No trace has been left, just the way it should be.
When they returned to the car, they were met with a nightmare. All 4 tires had been slashed, windows shattered, the entire car vandalized beyond repair. Next to it, a dry patch on the concrete hinted that someone, possibly on a quad bike, had been there recently.
So coming back from the car, from our camp, I have 4 flat tyres and a smashed windscreen and a smashed window, complete with rock inside.
Poor car. Are you still on hold, babe? Yeah. I've been on the phone for 57 minutes. For someone who didn't want us to stay here, they've made us stay here a real long time. Strange. Trying to get rescued from this place. The breakdown people don't cover it. So on the phone with the insurance, and it's looking like it's going to be bye-bye to the car. It's going to have to get scrapped, and I'm going to have to make a claim, but it's not going to be repairable apparently because of the damage, so it's probably going to be bye-bye car. So the farmer's literally killed our car, murdered it. Even yesterday somebody else was parked just over there, not blocking the gate as well, another local person walking to the lake. There's no gate access blocked at all. I saw it yesterday when he came in, heard the cheese. I guess really hates wild campers.
Vicky suspected a local farmer might have been responsible, possibly the same one they saw at sunset letting sheep out nearby. With no support from insurance, the car was written off. Sometimes the real danger in the wild isn't the animals, it's the people who don't want you there. Leslie Mansfield loves nothing more than escaping into the wild, camping, hiking, and bringing her viewers along for the ride. But on this trip, things would take a dark turn. As the sun dipped below the horizon, she arrived at a remote stretch of dense woodland. Quiet, isolated, perfect. She parked up, grabbed her gear, and began hiking into the trees, flashlight in hand, looking for the perfect spot to set up camp.
It's a nice area and all. Okay, what I'll do, I'm not supposed to be on here, so I'll bring you back when I am somewhere where I'm allowed. Oh, that's good. I'm out of that bit now that I'm not allowed. I'm going up the track here. Oh, all my bigger torch is in the rucksack. So let me see if I can show you. Oh well. The faintest, tiniest red glow from the sunset half an hour ago.
Eventually, she found it. A clearing beneath a sky full of stars. Peaceful, calm. She settled in, surrounded by the sounds of nature. But peace doesn't always last. As Leslie gazed up at the stars, a flicker of movement caught her eye, a light bobbing in the distance. Someone was out there.
I don't know if you can see that, but there's somebody walking down the bottom of the valley there with a torch. I'm sure they're fine and innocent, but I've turned all my lights off until they've walked by. That person with the torch going along, I was about to set the camera up and I was about to say, oh, I'm on a hilltop and I can see they're about to leave the valley, so that's good. But they didn't. They came back and sort of towards the tent, and I just thought, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
She quickly switched off her own light and crouched low, watching. As the figure wandered through the trees, at first she thought it was just another hiker, until they started walking directly toward her camp. Heart racing, Leslie hid, barely breathing. The figure lingered, then disappeared into the darkness.
I just got my rucksack on and left the tent and hid down in the trees to make sure they went, because I also wanted to check what they were doing rather than just, me leaving. And eventually they left. I don't know, I was spooked by then. So I found a different spot. I'll show you this spot, just about 10 minutes around the corner, but it's a different valley, so what's the chances they're not going to come back? Hello. ground is so bumpy. Well, what to do? I'm 10 minutes away, but I feel safe because it's just a different tucked away corner. I'm just looking down on the ridgeway. I don't know, I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to go back to the car and give up. I know that everyone says, oh, follow your instincts and do that. When I saw this, I thought, no, I'm going to be here, at least for the evening. I think it's so rough and bumpy here, I'm not sure I can sleep.
Uneasy but unwilling to give up her trip, she packed her gear and moved deeper into the forest. Later, after some food and a glass of wine, the eerie feeling still clung to her. Something wasn't right. She couldn't shake it.
So I've had a glass of wine and some slices of cheese and apple. So I'm still a little bit spooked. I don't think I'll be able to stay, but I do have a reassuringly sharp cheese knife. The ridgeway, nearly back to safety. It's 7:45 now, I'm back at the car. So I went to a spot I've only been to once before, and it's lovely, it's up on a little hill. But that torch in the valley, normally if you see that, they just go along and they're gone. But he was like looking around, and the torch, you know, shining across trees, and seemed to swing back to where, you know, I was just so spooked.
Eventually, Leslie made the difficult decision to pack up and leave, cutting her trip short. Sometimes it's better to trust your gut, because who knows what could have happened if she stayed. Deep in Pluckley, home to what many call the most haunted woods in the UK, the Bell explorers returned for another investigation, hoping to uncover more than just folklore. Armed with flashlights and gear, they moved cautiously through the twisted trees of Screaming Woods.
We're back at the Screaming Woods in Pluckley. We're so excited. We're absolutely buzzing to go in there, but very nervous.
Yeah, just a little bit.
After last time, we pooed ourselves.
Yeah.
It was horrific encounters. We've been there twice before and we've had encounters both times, and the last encounter was horrific. We are just walking on a different path this time. We're not going to go the same route as last time. We're going a different way, see if we find any other exciting encounters.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Over there, we might find something else somewhere else.
Yeah, I think so, because we've been to the same place twice now.
Yeah.
If we don't get any encounters down here, we'll go back to the old position, see if we can pick up any more, but we'll go from there, I think. But it's quite a spooky night, as you can see. It's very still, so if there is any activity, we will hear it. So once we find a nice little location to set up, we'll see you there.
The atmosphere was heavy, intense. They stopped, reaching out into the darkness, calling for spirits or whatever else might be listening. Suddenly, a swarm of wasps. Random, unexpected.
Alright guys, we're in our positions. Haven't heard anything yet. Yeah, we had a little something run through the bushes, which we actually saw with our eyes. Well, I did. Wow, what was that?
Yeah, I think that's like falling out of the tree.
Yeah. There is. I'm hoping we can actually get you a good bit of footage for you guys to actually see something, because we've had success both times here, but we've been too scared to actually film it. Guys, we've decided we have to move spots because we just got absolutely battered with wasps. We didn't show it on the video because I'm sure, yeah, we were screaming like little girls. We was going to end up breaking something because we was trying to ninja them all off, but they were massive. They were like the size of hornets. So we're just walking through the woods at the moment, trying to find another location So hopefully we find something a little bit better, because we couldn't deal with that. It was too much for us.
They moved on deeper into the woods, but the wasps would be the least of their worries. As they filmed their surroundings, something caught their eye, a face or a mask, watching them from the trees.
Yeah, but we're not really seeing a lot at the moment. So, yeah, unfortunately. What was that, Joe? Don't know, I can't see. Shit, Joe, what's that? Fuck off! Shit! Hang on, just stop. Stop, yeah, no, we can't run. Shit! Did you see that, Joe?
Yeah, my heart's pumping.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was it?
Frozen, they bolted, hearts racing, but curiosity took hold. They returned, but the mask was gone. Relieved, they started making their way back to the car until they saw it.
It was in those bushes there. It's not there, Joe. It's not there. Joe, it's not there. I don't know.
There's something there, it's cool.
It's not there.
There's something there.
It is not there. Oh, Joe.
I can't see anything.
It was right there.
I'm not getting too far.
No.
You can get round, but
No, I ain't going nowhere near. There's nothing there. It's gone.
no.
Right, guys, we've decided to head back to the car now.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that was freaky. So we're on our way to the car, and hopefully we don't get another encounter like that, because that was disgusting. What was that? Shit! Oh my god! Fucking hell! Oh god! I just.
The same masked figure. This time, behind them. Panic set in. They ran. One of them tripped, scrambling to his feet as his flashlight lit up. Nothing. Whoever or whatever it was had vanished.
Oh, it's gone! It's gone! Shit! I've gone over! It's gone!
Something's having fucking playing games.
I'm off, Joe. No way. No way. I am off.
Shaken, they escaped unharmed. But the woods had left their mark. Next time, they may not dare to return. In March 2015, a solo hiker set out to explore the serene trails of Modrava, a quiet woodland with untouched beauty. But something was waiting. As he walked, taking in the crisp air and towering trees, something strange interrupted the quiet. A noise, distant yet near, almost like a voice calling. Curious, he followed it deeper into the forest. That's when he saw them. Massive, strange footprints in the mud. Not human, not an animal. Something else. Then the noise came again, closer, louder, echoing between the trees. He didn't wait. He ran. Terrified, he bolted back down the trail, heart pounding, unsure of what was following him or what had left those prints behind. Was it a person, an animal, or something else entirely? Some believe it was a Sasquatch. Whatever it was, it left more questions than answers. The woods hide things we were never meant to see, and these encounters are proof that not everyone comes back the same. Which encounter left you on edge? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because there are plenty more nightmares to come.
That's all we have for today. Stay tuned for more.